world is changing faster than ever. What used to take decades is now taking years or even months.
What you see right now is the illusion that people have had for many decades about the workplace being this secure place to work the rest of your life.
For the first time in the history of our nation, our children will not do as well as us.
We've seen our friends get laid off. We've been laid off. We've had our pay cut.
People are overworked and underpaid. They seem to have less time and less freedom. They live under constant pressure.
This is going to be forced. And so even if your employer loves you, they may have to cut you. There's something wrong that on Monday morning, the heart attack rate increases by 35%.
Technology is accelerating, job security is declining. It just doesn't seem like the old models of making a living are as reliable as they used to be.
Every aspect of our lives, there's a better way out there, but we're still doing it the old way.
We live in the greatest country on the planet, and there are a lot of people sitting around complaining and being cynical.
Like everyone's whining about this old model, and I'm like, why don't you leave it? Look at all this over here. Look at all this opportunity.
Since so much of our lives revolve around our work and the way we make our living, many people are thinking there just has to be a better way.
The biggest challenge facing our world today is not making money, is what are we going to do with all the displaced, unemployed people?
People are afraid that they're going to make the wrong decision. People are afraid of the unknown. People are afraid that maybe I don't have the skills.
Hey, sports fans. Industrial age is over. It's dead. It's dying. That's why going to school to get a job is an obsolete idea. A steady paycheck is an industrial age idea.
Hey, what's up everyone? Aldrin Vicente here, and I'm so excited to share with you the Enagic business model and kind of just give you guys a breakdown of the compensation plan and an overview of the company and how everything works. So check this out, guys. Enagic is in the direct sales industry, which is massive on a global scale. It's one of the largest industries out there. If you stack it up against top grossing industries like the NFL or music or movie, you'd see that direct sales in 2016 alone did $183 billion globally. The largest chunk of that went to the health and wellness category, which is and will always be the largest category in the entire industry. So here we go. Enagic is a leader in global health, and the company is already over 40 years old. Now, it's OEM. So what does that mean? That means they make everything from their devices to their packaging, so they have 100% control over their quality of manufacturing. And they're a member of the Direct Selling Association and the Better Business Bureau. This is a true global business, guys. That's what really got me excited, because I learned that your value is determined by how many people you serve and how well you serve them. So I saw Enagic and I'm like, okay, this is a true global business with water, which is a necessity for life, and they have offices all over the world. So no matter where you meet somebody, whether it's online or offline, you can serve them and their family. I think that's pretty awesome. Enagic is going to be the next mega trend. And I'll talk about that in a minute, but a couple reasons why I love this business is because there's no sign-up fee. There's no monthly qualifications. You don't have to stock up on product or inventory. There's no auto ship or subscription, no annual renewals, no de-ranking. That's big, guys. You know, you never lose your rank in this business. And there's no licensing required like a lot of the other industries out there. There's basically no gimmicks, you know? And it's accumulative sales. There's easy financing for everyone. And of course, there's international sponsoring since it's a global business. There's 9 ways to earn income, and it pays daily. Now, when it comes to the megatrend thing, you want to position yourself in front of something that almost nobody knows about, yet the majority will own. And this is one of those things, guys. This is the next kitchen appliance. 0.1% of the people out there know about Kangen water. That means that you can talk to 1,000 people and 999 of them have no idea what Kangen water is, but I guarantee they're all going to want it because everybody drinks water and everybody wants to know what makes them healthy, right? So these are some of the other mega trends out there. Let's talk about the smartphone. Everybody already had a cell phone when the smartphone came out, and the majority of the people didn't even want it. Listen, they're gonna get it, they just don't know it yet. You know, they already had their flip phones and they weren't interested in it. Just give it time. Same thing as these flat screen TVs. Everybody already had 5 TVs in the house. But listen, give it time, and the majority of the people will own it. Now, guess what? Almost everybody has flat screen TVs. Now, Kangen water is literally going to be the largest trend that most people have seen. The reason being is, guys, we can't drink bottled water forever. In the United States alone, 29 billion bottles are thrown away every single year. Nobody's living under a rock. People know what's in their water, they just don't know what the solution is. That's why this business is so duplicatable, because we're educating people on really healthy water all over the world. Everybody's already buying it every single day. Most people are overpaying for it. The majority of them are uneducated on what's actually in their water, and most of it is doing more harm than good. So everything just checked out for me. You know, Enagic built a solid foundation in the Japanese market. It's a proven product emerging in brand new markets all over the world, so they have a track record, and there's global expansion. It's in health and wellness. Guys, everybody is looking to get healthy these days because health is wealth. And this is a true direct sales business. This is not multi-level marketing. It's not one of those pyramid things where, you know, like, hey, go get your 5 friends and then help them get their 5 friends and so on and so forth, blah, 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 blah. No, this is a lot like real estate. It's over and down. So say, for instance, you know, you have an agent and a broker. I would rather be the broker because an agent has to sell a house to make money. But the broker can have 50 different agents working for them, and every single time one of them sells a house, he gets a cut. That's how it works. It's actually so unique that they patented their compensation plan. It's called the 8-point commission system, right? So let's take the K8 for instance, $49.80. And my buddy told me that, and I'm like, okay, no big deal, $50. And he's like, no, dude, it's $4,980. I said, okay, well, you know, I see the value. Can I finance it? And he's like, yeah, you know, there's easy financing for everyone. So every single time a machine is sold, 8 points are paid out to the distributors. And depending on which machine it is determines how much each point is worth. So for the K8, each point is worth $340. Depending on where you are in the business model determines how many points you get. So remember, only 8 points are paid out to the distributors for every sale, okay? So sometimes you get a check for $340, sometimes they're checks for $2,040. It just depends on where you fall into the business model, and I'll go ahead and explain that. Let's say you just got started. It doesn't matter what machine you invest in because they all come with distributor IDs, which is basically a referral code. It's something you would use to share this with a friend or family member. Now, on your first direct sell, you sell to your friend Matt, and he buys a K8. You're gonna get a check for $340. And on your second direct sell, you sell to your friend Mike, and he also buys a K8. You're gonna get another check for $340. Now, that's pretty cool. That's still good money, but that's still linear income. Meaning what? Meaning you sold a machine and you got paid. So where's the leverage in this business? Well, not only did you get paid $340, but you also opened up 2 separate 1-point franchise lanes. So let's say Matt just drinks the water, but Mike likes the business also, and he goes out there and he sells 5 machines. He's gonna get a check 5 times. You are also gonna get a 1-point check 5 times because Mike is in your 1-point franchise lane. Now, on your third direct sell, you sell to your friend Ben. Now, this time you get a check for $680. So why $680 instead of $340? Because you just got promoted. Now you're earning 2 points from every sell in that franchise lane. But Ben is like, okay, this is a cool business. You know, I love the water. I think this can help a lot of people. And he goes out there and he sells 5 machines in his first month. Ben will get $340, $340, $680, $680, $680. But you, since Ben is in your 2-point franchise lane, you're gonna get $680, $680, $680, $680, $680. 5 times. That's where the leverage kicks in. Let's say you only sell those 3 machines, Matt, Mike, and Ben. But Ben goes out there and sells 7. Now that you have 10 total group sales, on your next direct sell, you sell to your friend Kim. Now you're gonna get a check for $1,020. Okay, so what do I mean by indirect sales? Meaning you don't need to sell all the machines yourself. That's why there's so much leverage in Enagic. And so after Kim buys her machine, you get $1,020. But Kim has a great network and she goes out there and sells 10 machines. You're gonna get a check for $1,020 10 times because Kim is in your 3-point franchise lane. Again, you get promoted after you have 20 total group sales. And now you bring in your friend Bailey and she buys a K8. You're gonna make $1,360 for 1 machine, guys. Here's the thing. when Bailey goes out there and sells her first 5 machines, Bailey's gonna make $340, $340, $680, $680, $680. But since Bailey is in your 4-point franchise, you're gonna make $1360, $1360, $1360, $1360, $1360, 5 times. That's what got me so excited about Enagic. And then again, you get promoted after you have 50 total group sales. Now you're making $1,700 per machine in that franchise. And oh, here's the thing, guys. There's no D ranking in this business. So once you hit these ranks, you can never go backwards, ever. It's not like those other programs out there where you had to requalify every single month. And then you hit 6A when you get 100 total group sales in your business. Now you're making $2,040. Now, I know what you're thinking. How am I going to sell 100 of these? When my friend hit 6A, he personally only sold 8 machines. And through those 8 people, he built leaders that got passionate about this water also. And they sold the other 92 and he became a 6A. So he sold 8 machines, but he received over 100 checks. So let me explain the point system really quick, because remember, Enagic only pays out 8 points per sale. Let's say you just sold a machine to your friend Evan, but you're a great leader and you actually help Evan achieve the rank of 4A, and he sells to his friend Julian. Evan's gonna get a check for $1,360. Since you're a 6A, you're probably expecting a $2,040 check, but you only get $1,360. Why is that? Evan took 4 points out of the 8, meaning there was only 4 left over for you. So even though you were a 6-point agent, there were only 4 points left over. And then the person above you gets cut off. That's exactly why this is not multi-level marketing. It's not one of those things where the person at the top makes all the money off the people at the bottom. So what happens after you hit 6A? For the rest of your life, you open up nothing but 6-point franchise lanes every single time you have a direct sale. And if it's outside your 8 points, meaning you would typically be cut off from the commissions, they start to actually pay you an educational bonus of $200 per sale. So after you hit 6A, you get a $3,000 bonus check. But remember, that's not the top rank. To hit 6A2 and Dash 2 and all those, basically what you're doing is helping to build leaders and helping other people achieve the rank of 6A. What really caught my attention was 6A2-3, where you actually get a one-time bonus of $25,000. But that's not it. What got me even more excited was that the company would actually start paying you a $5,000 a month bonus for life, no matter what. So I saw that as an exit strategy, because the company doesn't expect you to sell machines forever. You can actually will this down to your children. So no matter what you do in this business, you can pass it down to your kids. And that's going to help you create generational wealth for your family. In Robert Kiyosaki's book, The Cash Flow Quadrant, I actually learned that there are 4 different ways to earn money in this economy. You're either an employee, you're self-employed, you're a business owner, or you're an investor. Now, most people start off as an employee, and that's perfectly fine, but you're basically trading time for money. You're clocking in, you're clocking out, you're getting paid. And one thing I realized is there's 168 hours in the week, and I know for sure you can't work them all, right? So that doesn't work. So that's why a lot of people transition into being self-employed. These are your lawyers, your doctors, your dentists, and their pay goes up, but there's still no leverage because they're still trading time for money. So now they don't have a job, but they own a job. That's why so many people want to be business owners and investors, because as a business owner, you own a system that works for you, that offers you leverage and time freedom. And now that you're ahead of the bills and you have excess money, then you can become an investor. And it doesn't matter what you invest in, but that's when you make the money work for you. A recent survey showed that 84% of the people out there actually have a positive outlook on entrepreneurship, and 51% of them can even imagine themselves starting a business. And 100% of them all drink water. What if you can not only invest in your family's health, but you can also invest in a true global business and have the opportunity to really share this with people all over the world and add value to their family's life also? It's really simple. All you need to do is share the Kangen water. Give it to your loved ones and see what it does for them. You know, people are already buying water anyway. this is just a better water to invest in rather than an expense that they'll have to pay forever. And then share some information, whether it's a video or a website or maybe a brochure, or maybe even sharing your story of what it did for you or one of your family members. And then try to show somebody a live demonstration with their own eyes what this water can do inside their body. And then follow up with them and of course have fun. And remember, this business pays daily, so you never know when you're going to get a nice surprise in the mailbox. For more details or information on how to get started, feel free to contact me anytime, or get back with the person that sent you this video, because they're sharing this with you because they honestly, genuinely care about you. Thank you so much. Stay blessed.
So now the next part we have is the best part, because here you get to see the product. You will get to see what exactly the miracle this Kangen water can do. And for that, one of the great, I would say a great heart, with a great soul, Ajayji is going to come and present. He is the chief engineer with BP Shipping. He's also a shipping entrepreneur. He's worked with the Indian Navy and there's so many other companies out there. He's not just that, but he is, I would say, a serial entrepreneur. He runs multiple businesses along with this Kangen business. And he does all of it because he wants to create a change in people's life. You know, he said, I've created money, I've created that huge amount of, whatever I wanted in my life, but now I want to create an impact. I want to create, betterment in people's life, and I want to give back to people. And that's the very reason he is doing this business. So without any further ado, please help me welcome Ajayji for the next part.
Thank you so much for this wonderful introduction of mine. As CJ rightly said, just to give you a brief background of myself, I'm a marine engineer. I'm a business entrepreneur. I have got my businesses in Mumbai. We are into shipping businesses. We have a lot of businesses out here. And yes, I love this Kangen business when the first time Shaji introduced me to this. And I'm really fond of this, and I think this is the best thing I can ever have. So I thank my angel Shaji for introducing me to this wonderful, wonderful business. So as I'm just volunteered here to tell you about the product, the wonderful product, which can give you good health as well as this amazing business income. So just give me some time. I'll just open up my slides. Okay, to start with about the product, you know what season, what scenario we are living in nowadays. You can see everybody is panicky about their health. They are worried about their loved ones, how to build a strong immune system. There's a word going on, immune system, Most of the people do not know what is this immune system. They just read this tagline and immune system, So yeah, that's a big cause out here. Basically to, what you say is you got to be live, to enjoy life. So the first important thing. So for that, you need to avoid sickness and whatever is coming because of this COVID or even the basic things. So you need to educate yourself, not go to the doctor and keep taking medicines. That's the point out here. So before that, I just want to put out a disclaimer just to make everybody aware. This is a notice from the company Enagic from Japan as well. This machine or this water, it's never intended in any way to diagnose or treat or cure any diseases. You must have seen a lot of videos online or on the news coming in where people, vouch for that this water cures this. Of course it does, but we can't claim. We know it's something like supplements. Supplements do a lot of good things, but you just can't claim, because if you claim, there are certain legalities internationally, very different countries. So you need just to share the water, educate people about this, and they will themselves know about the miracle power of this water. We have got a lot of testimonials. You can share your testimonials with people who have got these benefits, right? So the life's concerns, what are today's life concerns? I said earlier, health, and of course everybody wants good health, but what is the cost of healthcare today? It's rocketing. So you need expenses for that, you need money for that, finance and future, which I think you already see the business plan, which will give you a lot of money. And what is the root cause of sicknesses out here? The three main causes, which I will just explain in brief as we go forward. The first is oxidative stress. Don't go on these letters because they seem technical, so not to worry on this. And oxidative stress is acidosis, which you normally call acidity, and chronic dehydration. So chronic dehydration, there's these medical terms. That means loss of water. What you drink, you don't drink much of water. Acidosis, you think a lot of acidity things, acid food stuff you take. So what is the common denominator? What is the common thing for all these three things, main causes of sickness and diseases with you guys? So let's see what it is. It is just water. So you can imagine water is so important in your life, you know. But you will say, why water? Water is same, you know, it's clean in the glass. RO water is same, aqua water is same, well water is same, Rio water is same. But you will be surprised to know that all water is not created equal. Then you'll say, okay, what is good water? Let's find out. You will know, most of you will know that our body is mostly above 70% water. All your organs, you know, all your parts, your spare parts of your body are made with water, you know. So I won't go much in details. You know, it's given in the slides out here, lungs, heart, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of things. All are water. And water is the main ingredient for your good health. It does a lot of good things. Lubrication, regulation of your body temperatures, kidney flushing, minerals, blood, oxygen, helps to prevent constipation. So you can imagine just basic guy who doesn't know anything about medicine, doctor, science or something. He doesn't drink good enough water. What happens? Constipation. That's a basic thing. But what is the right kind of water? Let's go ahead. There are a lot of books written. I'm not a doctor here, but there are a lot of other doctors and experts all over the world who have said and written a lot of books on this amazing water. You can read it online. You can see this on the screen, and you can go on Amazon, and you can buy these books and read it for yourself. They all endorse Kangen water. They're all doctors like Hiromi Shinya, you know, and Jenny. If you go on and read a very fantastic book, it's Healing is Voltage by Dr. Jerry Tennant. Dr. Jerry Tennant is still alive in US. You can even speak to him. He endorses this very much. And yes, this machine has a lot of certifications. I won't go much into details. You can contact the one who invited you. It's certified by JAPA. JAPA is an organization by Japanese, more than 6,000 plus doctors. It's a well-reputed organization in Japan, which it's called the Japanese Association of Preventive Medicine and Adult Diseases. It's a medical device, you know, anything which is fitted in your hospitals or doctors use, you know, which is safe for human health, safe for humans. X-ray machines, CT scanners, you know, you just close your eyes and just go in front of that X-ray machine because you know it is safe. This machine is exactly that. It is safe for you. It's quality built. And of course, the Water Quality Association certifications from US. This is the world's #1 organization which certifies water machines. So this is the one certified. You can see the certification sticker on the machine there. All the machines of Enagic have all these certification and endorsements. So basically, what is oxidation? You can see this old man in the left. As from the child to the old age, you know, as you deteriorate, your cells, they keep deteriorating. And once you don't give them proper nutrition, so this is what happens to an old man, you know. The similar thing as compared on, you can see the nail. Oxidation happens because of air and the oxygen, and it rusts that nail and removes all the material out there. Same thing happens at the bottom. You can see right bottom, the apple. When you cut an apple, what happens? It goes brown. So basically, what is Enagic? What is Kangen? So this is a company almost 46 years. It's just done 46 years. We celebrated the anniversary in India and Delhi. 46 years, you can imagine 46 years is a long span for a company to be in business if it has a quality stuff. So you can imagine the quality of this product. And the brand name for its water is Kangen. Kangen is basically returned to origin. It's a Japanese word. It's a restructured water. It converts a normal tap water. If you connect a machine, it converts a normal tap water into this magical, amazing water. It's called electrolyzed water. Let's see what it says ahead. So basically this water has 3 properties: antioxidation, alkalinization, and microclustering. So these are the three magical properties which make this water miraculous, magical, what do you say? But what is magic? You know, magic is something when some guy does in front of you, it's something secret, you know. Anything which is secret, which you don't know about, is called magic. But we are going to reveal the secret here. There's no magic at all in this water. We'll go one by one onto each point here. Antioxidation, you can see by these pictures out here, from a young man in the left and to the same guy when he's old, how it deteriorates, you know, oxidation, aging and sickness. It's a process. So what this water does is, it is an antioxidant. It reduces, slows down basically your aging process. Same thing, you can see the bananas, you can see the apple out here, which I gave you an example. And yes, normally we people have, you know, a tendency to have a lot of green stuff, green vegetables, green tea. It's a style, it's a lifestyle now. People tend to have green tea, but they don't know why they're having that green tea. You know, they say it's good for health, but nobody knows why it's good for health. Basically because it contains antioxidants. 1 glass of a Kangen water is equal to almost 16 glasses of green tea, 1 kg of blueberry, 5 kg of broccoli. But is it practical for you to have 5 kg of broccoli at a time? No way. But you can of course have 1 glass of water. How simple it is. So how do you measure this? How do you measure this antioxidation? Can you see that? You can't see. You have to have a meter. So we have a scientific instrument called oxidation reduction potential meter, ORP meter, which we call, to measure this ORP, or you can call it vice versa as potential to reduce oxidation. So there are basically numericals figures in that particular meter. So when you measure any liquid, you put it, if it is positive, plus. When the reading is positive, that means it's sick, it's not good for your health. It has got a lot of oxidation material into it. And when that is negative, when the reading is minus, negative, so good health for you, you know. So it is more, you see the Kangen water, it's around minus 600. So more green tea and all that stuff, it's antioxidant rich. Anything negative reading is fantastic, very good for your health. Anything positive is bad. So let's see how. I'll just show you a video. You can just watch this video and see. This is a demo.
How can a water be antioxidizing? Well, an antioxidant is a simple molecule capable of stopping the oxidation and deterioration of other molecules. Enagic's industry-leading Japanese technology uses electricity to separate the molecules in your water, leaving more antioxidizing molecules available to stop oxidation, inflammation, and the aging process in your body. This is an ORP meter, which literally measures a liquid's potential to reduce oxidation. The more positive the reading, the more oxidizing or inflammatory the liquid is. The more negative the reading, the more antioxidizing and anti-inflammatory a liquid is. We'll go to Propel. This is actually the same as vitamin water, Gatorade, Powerade, any sports drink. About 400s. Going up and down there. We got Sprite. We all kind of know that soda's bad for us. Diet sodas, by the way, and dark colored sodas are in the 500s. But Sprite is right around 436. And we got Kangen. And it's been sitting out a while, so that's pretty good for sitting out. That's negative 483. Right out of the tap, I get negative 800 sometimes. So how can a water...
So which water are you going to drink? Antioxidant rich water, or you have to decide for yourself. This is the power of Kangen water 9.5 coming from this magical machine.
So
the next property is alkaline. You know, you've got to be alkaline. It's not alkaline, it is alkalized. Alkaline, you can get a lot of stuff in the market with all these chemicals put in, you know, but you have to be, it has to have active hydrogen in it. So it has to be electrolyzed. So this is the specialty between alkaline and alkalized. So you can see this chart here. You must have read in school, in science, alkalinity, it's between 1 to 14. You know, anything, 7 is neutral water, you know, 7 is neutral. Anything above 7 is alkaline. So anything alkaline is good. But I'll just change this phrase. Anything which is alkalized is good. So water as alkalized is good, not alkaline. So anything purple, wow, it's good. Anything on this left side, acidic, sickness, not good. So we'll just see how it is. This is Otto Heinrich, doctor who received this Nobel Prize. He basically found out and put across the world why your acidity in your body, or the cancer, a lot of cancer issues had happened after the 1970s, you know. But he's the one who said anything acidic in your body will result in cancer. The more alkaline your body, the more healthy it is. Let's see a simple small video on this, a very just short one.
Okay, simply put, cancer is just another name for damaged cells. Thankfully, we have a lymph/immune system that identifies bad cells and terminates them so they can't replicate and spread. This is nature's intelligence at work. Lymph is also the body's sewer system. It's the major fluid of the body, much bigger than the blood system. It's where all of your trillions of cells dump their toxic waste so it can be eliminated from the body. But for lymph fluid to flow freely, it must be clean. You see, dirty lymph thickens and turns to acid. This is called acidosis, and it's the cause of most of our suffering. Everything from acne to arthritis, canker sores to cancer. Acidosis is caused from years of consuming too many lymph-clogging foods like dairy, grains, meat, refined sugars, cooked foods, high-protein diets, etc. Air and water pollution, chlorine, fluoride, heavy metals, pesticides, pharmaceuticals, including chemotherapy, household chemicals, food additives, radiation, etc. accumulate and cause acidosis as well. When acids burn away at cells, they can mutate and spread. Thick toxic lymph also becomes a breeding ground for viruses, bacteria, fungus, and parasites, which are all linked to cancer. Sluggish lymph also clogs glands and organs that produce immune cells and other things that strengthen our immunity. The medical community likes to only treat problems, so it goes after the specific cancer cells with all kinds of complex and sometimes barbaric methods, but the real problem is simply a toxic lymph/immune system. It doesn't matter what causes cell damage or where this damage is, the solution is always to clean your lymph. This is known as detoxification. It clears the way to let the awesome intelligence of nature do its job. No pill or machine can eat.
Okay, so I think you got a basic awareness on acidosis. And here are a few you can see on the screen. What is the effect of this acidic waste, which strengthens what message has been given onto the video previously. All these diseases, what you have, non-communicable diseases, NCDs, which we call, what doctors call it. You just name everything what you have, what the patients have nowadays. Everything is there because of acidity out here. Let's see a video on alkalinity now. How do we measure alkalinity?
Eat or drink is either alkalizing or acidifying on the body. Unfortunately, the majority of us consume foods and beverages that are sugar-laden, highly processed, leaving our bodies in a state of acidosis, which can lead to illness and accelerate the aging process. By restoring the body to an alkaline state, we can regain control of our health. Since our bodies are over 70% water, the best way to do this is by drinking water with a good amount of naturally occurring alkaline minerals. These are just pH drops like you would test at your pool, or anything you're wanting to test the pH of a liquid. If you look at the pH chart, it's about a 4, and then typically pop and sports drinks are right in between a 3 and a 4 pH. When you got your Kangen, this is actually the 9.5 water, but the machine can make 8.5, 9, or 9.5 so that you don't detox too quickly. A fun little trick I want to show you guys is I pulled the Kangen water here. Let's say you've been drinking bottled water for a long time, and you're like, okay, well, how long could it take for the water to kind of help my body? Well, I drink Kangen, drinking the Kangen water. But you guys, sports drinks and sodas are so acidic. It actually takes 32 glasses of Kangen water just to neutralize one soda. Check this out. Take the soda, take the Kangen, one sip. everything.
Okay, so you saw how worse your beverages are. So never drink all these cool drinks, Cokes and Pepsis out there, beverages. They're very harmful for your body. You drink good Kangen water, you drink healthy stuff, you eat whatever is there, and finally you have one Coke, everything is gone. It's back to zero. So be careful. Like a lot of people say, yeah, we drink Kangen water, we have a lot of healthy stuff, green vegetables and supplements and whatnot. But most of the people complain, oh, we have no effect. The Kangen water doesn't affect at all. How can that? If you have all these Coke and all these acidic stuffs, it's going to be neutralized. So beware. So next is microclustering. So what is microclustering? The machine converts this water, the molecule size of normal H2O is, big size, 15 to 20 molecules. So it breaks it down in the machine to a smaller particle, 5 to 6. Why? Because smaller particles are absorbed faster in the body. Let's see how. This is Dr. Peter Agre. He did a research for which he got a Nobel Prize. He discovered that in your cells, in your organs, in your membrane, you have got this aquaporin channels. They are water channels, the size of that is same, almost around 15 to 20 molecules as the water, what normally we drink. So when the water, you drink water, what happens? You have a lot of bloating in your system. You say, oh, I've drunk just 2 glasses of water. So it's not getting absorbed actually. So when the water molecules are broken down, they absorb faster. So that's the microclustering part. So let's do a T-bag test and check. What do you understand by microclustering? What does the small particles do in our body? So there's a T-bag test. Let's see that.
Your ST501 is able to provide water that can deeply penetrate your cells and aid in the removal of toxic acidic waste in your body, also absorbing nutrients and providing better hydration. Let's see this in action. This is my absolute favorite. So you see this Lipton green tea bag? We want this to represent your body. Now, this is not some major scientific experiment. It's just a cool idea so you can see the better hydration and detoxification. So we'll put the tea bag in there. I want you to pretend like you're drinking Dasani all day and you're trying to get yourself hydrated. This is really important for athletes. It's really important for dealing with brain fog. And of course, with the detoxification, it's really important for losing weight and for feeling better because toxins, we'll even get a little help there. Toxins sit in our cells, and if you can't get them out with your water. What did my skeptical husband say? He said, well, that's not fair. The tea bag was already wet, right? But isn't that cool? That's showing you the superior hydration, better detoxification of your cells. But just so you know, that we weren't, cheating, or it wasn't because the tea bag was already wet. We'll go back to the Dasani. You know how when you feel really bloated or your stomach feels really full and sloshy with bottled water or tap water, you're drinking a lot of water? It's because it's sitting in your stomach and not actually absorbing into the intestines. To give you a little dose of science, the Kangen water, between the good alkaline minerals and the antioxidant, it can open your pyloric valve and go straight into the intestines. We actually have the top colon doctor in the world, Dr. Hiromi Shinya. He created the polyposcopy and helped create the colonoscopy. And this is why he recommends Kangen water as the main beverage to drink, because the Kangen water absorbs the tea better. That's showing you how you can absorb your nutrients better and how you can get waste and toxins out of your cells better. It's a pretty cool representation.
Okay, so you have seen all the 3 properties, antioxidation properties of Kangen water. You have seen the alkalinity property, and which is natural. It's not synthetic, or we are not putting any chemicals onto that. And the third thing is microclustering. How the molecules get smaller and it affects your body, detoxification of the body as well. So this machine basically produces 5 types of waters. We have said, so when you start off with 8.5 because your body is already active. We don't want it to react. Start off with 8.5, drink for 1 week around, change to 9, and then after a week you change to 9.5. The next water you drink 7 pH. So 7 pH. 6.5 beauty water, At 11 pH. Let's see what is 7 pH. 7 pH is clean water for baby formulas and for medications. You know, we don't want to use Kangen water for medications, because Kangen water, if you use medications, because the medicines have got an SR factor which is called sustained release. You have all medicines, all your chemicals are coated, because for a diabetic patient, for example, or for a heart patient, for a BP patient, what the drugs which he takes, they are supposed to be released in your blood system, maybe 2 to 3 hours. It shouldn't be suddenly released. But what does Kangen water do if you in case have these drugs with your 9.5? Straight away going to go into your bloodstream, which is going to harm you rather than benefit you. So be careful. So we already advise our customers and clients, use 7. Or if you are not don't want to bother yourself, you can have your normal tap water, no issues at all. You have your medicines with tap water, but pH 7, that's it, but not with Kangen water. Yeah. Of course, beauty water. All these toners, expensive stuff which you get in the big malls, very expensive ones. This is a free of cost, which you get it from your Kangen machine. Tones, tightens your tissues, the skin, because the skin is 5.5, 6 pH. It's very good for plants. You can see my plants in the garden. I can't show you right now, but they are really happy, and they're giving all these fantastic fruits and leaves, greenish things. You can try it on your garden. And the next is very important, as on date today, with this COVID situation. We don't claim that it kills the COVID virus. Yeah, but we know from inside it does, but we don't claim it, because it's as effective, because it's called hydrochlorous acid. You see a lot of, in Delhi, India, they are using this hydrochlorous acid, which is, they are very sure it kills the virus. So this 2.5 pH is hydrochlorous acid. We don't claim it. Okay? We know that. So it's a fantastic sanitizer. It's better than your alcohol sanitizers, because for your alcohol sanitizer to be more effective for COVID, it has to have more than 70% alcohol. 70% alcohol. So you imagine having that 70% alcohol on your skin, you're going to have some skin problems maybe in the long run. So be careful. So use 2.5. And it's very good for eczema and all these psoriasis, fungus, mouthwashes, fantastic thing for dental use. And of course, for eyes, this is a case where you can see on top, eyes are swollen. Just spray 2.5, and within 2 to 3 hours, the eyes are good. So fantastic 2.5 pH is. For eczema and all this, you can see just spray 2.5 pH, bring 9.5 pH, fantastic results. Same thing, 2.5 pH spray, 9.5, just drink, no chemicals, nothing. Just cures in 2 to 3 weeks. And of course, diabetic neuropathy, you don't have to amputate your leg. Just soak in 2.5 pH, 9.5, you'll be fine. Your leg will be fine. You'll have a leg still. You have to with your leg. So this is the power of 2.5 pH water. Of course, for the kids, juvenile eczemas, it's fantastic. Yes, and another water which it produces is 11.5, which is very relevant on these times. 2.5, 11.5, very relevant in these times, because 11.5, for example, imagine the vegetables which come from outside and you straightway go onto your tap. And they may be infected with COVID-19 stuff, you don't know. They, of course, are with pesticides. So you see how a farmer does, he sprays all these pesticides on their stuff. So your 11.5 removes all these oil-based pesticides. Let's see how. And imagine when you clean it with, how do you clean your fruits and vegetables? How do you clean your fruits and vegetables? With your tap water. Actually, it's just a mindset. The tap water doesn't clean your vegetables, because it cannot remove the oily-based pesticides from your fruits and vegetables. In fact, it is going to add chlorine into it, which you're going to consume. So be careful. So let's see what is the power of 11.5. This is a small demo which will show you the power of 11.5, how effective a degreaser it is, and how it removes your pesticides from these tomatoes, how it can remove all your chemicals from this rice at the right side, and on the left side you have the sesame oil, tilka tel, which you call. So we already know that oil is not miscible in water, but you see how fantastic, how miraculous this water is. It breaks down the oil as well. Just see this demo for yourself. So you saw how healthy and effective this 11.5 is. It converts your tomatoes, fruits and vegetables. It not only removes your pesticides and makes it fresh and nutritious, it also makes it antioxidant rich. Imagine that, how powerful it is. Yeah, we have these basic models here, a lot of models here. So you can check up with the inviter what all prices are there in this. And yes, so you need to find out, is it expensive for all this, what it gives you, the health it gives you, the protection it gives you from all the viruses and bacteria. This is all your choice. You need to decide that. So this is all your choice. Nothing will change without a decision. So you need to know you want to be on the left side, drinking Kangen water, and you see this old man at the right bottom cycling. You want to be healthy in your age of 70, 80s and throughout your life, or you want to be the right side guy on medicines and on the wheelchair. That's up to you. And finally, here, these are all these doctors worldwide who endorse Kangen water. So finally, it's your choice. Hope you like the presentation and the info we have given you. And I hope I have done my job. Surabhi, hope you have got a basic idea of what it is. And in detail, all the invitees can explain in details. We can go further. There's no end to it. We can go one day. This is just a basic idea in 1 hour. We give you in 1 hour, condensed sort of a thing. So I think 1 hour is for everybody. So you have got the idea of business as well as the product. So we are open to take questions.